Hello, my name is Lena, and I'm doing a Let's Play on one of my favorite games, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Many of you, if you're watching this LP, you've probably already seen this game and you know what this game is all about, so I'm not going to go into too much elementary details about why this is here and explain theories, because I'm going to just assume most people already know what those are. This is mostly, I'm going to focus on my perspective and kind of my experiences with this game growing up. I think I was 5 years old my first time playing this game, so I have a bit of a younger perspective than most people that I've seen go through this game. This is one of the games that my mom actually improved my reading skills on, so there are quite a few mispronunciations. Well, no, maybe not quite a few, but one that really stands out and that is said quite a bit, so that'll be something that comes up fairly quickly in this episode. There are other mispronunciations that I have fixed, so I don't make them anymore, that I might bring up, but they're pretty embarrassing. So we're getting a preview of the town. There's 4 different parts of town. There's North Clock Town, South Clock Town, East Clock Town, and West Clock Town. I'm drawing a blank at which one this is. I think that's East. This is South Clock Town. This is the main entrance of the town, kind of. This is how we will enter Clock Town anyway. This is the clock tower that I assume everybody knows about. And there he is! I don't know why, he doesn't seem like such a bad guy. Well, no, I do know why. It's explained later in the game, but I really like Skull Kid. He's one of those villains that you don't hate. At least I think most people don't hate Skull Kid. Okay! So let's go! I'm gonna start a new file. I always go with the traditional naming, unless there's something funny about it. Oh! I do that every time. Okay. I hope I don't forget that. This one is file 2. In the land of Hyrule there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. So a lot of people assume that that sound is alluding to Navi, which makes sense. And I think Game Theory is the channel that talked about this is supposed to be after him and Zelda parted ways, so this is him, like, quote-unquote living his childhood that he never got to have. That's our horse when she's small. We don't get to see this in the same way, anyway. We don't get to ride Epona when she's little in Ocarina of Time. Oh, and as a disclaimer, I guess I should have mentioned this in the introduction, I'm not playing this on the N64, even though this is the N64 version. This is not the 3D version. But I'm actually playing this on an emulator. Hehe, you 2 fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh? This guy. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. And of course, he takes our ocarina. Ooh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it. Aw, but sis, why can't I try it out too? And the best thing that Link can think of is grabbing the leg of his horse. That would hurt so bad. I can't imagine that I would have done the same. So the chase begins. We get dragged by our horse until we can't hold on anymore. And this is a little introduction bit, I guess, to the game. So now, once I get control, we're going to waste time and cut the grass. It's kind of not important, but it's helpful if you get money in the beginning. Actually, Miss Ayanella is doing a playthrough of this right now, and she made a good argument for why you should get money as early as you can. And I think she made a really good point that I never really thought of before. If you're trying to do this without having to reset time as much, it's good to get money at the early opportunities in the game. Oh no, these are the moving ones. So, as I said earlier, I'm playing this on an emulator for my MacBook. This is the Openemu emulator. It's pretty good. I haven't had any issues with it so far. The control that I'm using, the RetroLink controllers, they make just the direct USB. It's pretty good. It does have issues. The analog stick isn't perfect because it's only in like up, down, left, and right. Kind of. It doesn't do well with curvature. But other than that, it's not a big deal. And this little part reminds me of like Nintendo's little acid trips that they like to put into games. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that, but when you play, if you've ever played Star Fox 64, when you are in Metroid, something similar, in my opinion, it's similar. It's like this. What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Hehe. Aw, boo-hoo. Why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come now. Do you really think you can beat me as I am? Oop, I didn't get to read all that right. Sorry. And then we have this thing that seems like a dream, I guess, where we're covered by Dekus. Oh, if you haven't noticed, if I haven't said it yet, that is the one word that I mispronounce quite a bit, is Deku. I don't say Deku. I know everybody says Deku. I grew up saying Deku, and nobody's ever really bothered to correct me until I was quite a bit older. So for pretty much 17 years, I've been saying Deku, so I hope that doesn't bother anyone. We're so tiny. Hehe. No, that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking like that forever. Sis! Whoa, whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me! I'm still here! Tail, you can't leave without me! You. If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku boy, do something. Why are you looking at me like that? What? Is there something stuck on my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please? Come on, a helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tail. I wonder if that child will be alright on his own. Okay. So we make our way through the first, I wouldn't call this a dungeon, but I'm not sure what else to call this. A mini dungeon, maybe? So, that stuff back there, I, apologize. So take me with you. You want to know about that skull kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out. Deal? Please? Good. So then it's settled. Now then I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that skull kid. My name's Tattle, so nice to meet you or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out, blah 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 blah. I love that little expression that he makes. It always makes me wonder, like, could we have come in here with the Keaton mask and gotten those grasses? Like, why are they put in a place where we can't get the Keaton mask? I don't know. That's always kind of bothered me. I don't know if other people have talked about that or not. Oh. Yeah, it's a little hard to be exact with the Deku flowers with this controller, so that's gonna be an interesting problem. Okay, so now we're into the next room. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Seems like a thing in Zelda games to just have these random platforms to go to. I guess it's teaching you the Deku flower mechanic. I assume that's what this is supposed to be for. We got our first Deku nuts. I don't use these too much. I think I could pretty much go through almost the whole game without them. Does anybody else use these? Like, if you're watching, can you tell me in the comments, do you use Deku nuts when you play Zelda? I really don't know. Yes, Z-targeting. I guess Z-targeting was also a big thing for Nintendo at the time when this was made. I actually really love Z-targeting. Some people complain about it. They say it was not innovative and that it wasn't very helpful for them. But I love Z-targeting. I think it's great. Okay. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. Oh, no, wrong way. I don't really see a massive similarity between the two, but with the eye shape and the nose/mouth thingy, you can kind of see it. It's interesting. I'm sure a lot of people know the lore and like the theory behind that, but some people think that this mask comes from that tree that used to be a Deku. We'll learn a little bit more about that later. Okay, so now we're through that and we're into our, well, a part of our main world. So we're getting ready to go. And as we, oh, I didn't get to do it. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? It's so cute how she hides behind our hat. I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I've found you. Now don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. What? Is it not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and you have and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I am counting on you. So there is the Happy Mask Salesman. A lot of people think he's super creepy, they don't like him, and I will also show, he has Mario. He has a mask of Mario. I don't think he has anything else that's too interesting. I don't know who anybody else on there could be. I only know Mario. I don't think anyone else is like an actual character, but I could be wrong. Okay, so now we're finally in South Clocktown, what was shown in the introduction bit. I really love Clocktown. He gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking aloud. But 3 days. Even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate. You'll find the Great Fairy in there. And I guess that is something I will do on the next episode. If you've watched this, thank you for watching. This is my first Let's Play, and I hope to do more in the future. Thank you. Bye.